Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I'm talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Fits me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, y'all? Oh, it's blurry. What's up? Happy Tuesday. What's wrong with this thing? Why are we blurry? Happy Tuesday, you guys. We try to get the camera to focus. Okay, there we go. Hey, everybody. Come on in. Happy Tuesday. Let me say hi to the people. Before we get into it, honey. What's up, Candy? Hey, Xavier, Chuck, Gossip in the Garden, lovely Nola. What's up, Quake? Quake and Chuck been riding with me all day, honey. Hey, Lock Queen, CC. Angela, hey, Boo. What's up, C. Jones? Hey, Pop. I'm sorry, just sweet. You not Popo, just sweet. What's up, T. All me? Auntie Eva, Cross Country Cruiser. Halfpin, Shelly Girl. Kitty Doc, what's up, Boo? Brandon, hey. Diamond Pearl Jim, what's going on? What's up, Benji Nay? What's up, Jocelyn? Little Miss Introvert, hey girl. Tiffany Blue, what's up, Cheryl? Miss Rail. I hope Kristi Noem ain't naked. What? Oh, you talking about, oh Lord. What's up, Corey? Child, this is it right here. This is the caboose, honey. Nubian Nitwit, what's going on, Montrez? That lady, 1982. What's up, everybody? If I missed you, charge it to my head and not my heart. Y'all come on in. Happy Tuesday. Fedora, what's up, boo? Can't wait to hear this hypocritical Charlotte. Child. Baby, it's a whole situation. If y'all ain't heard, listen, Donald Trump, expect Donald Trump to be going off tonight on Truth Social. Not that I'm subscribed to Truth Social. I'll catch it when somebody else reports on it. But baby, he has been getting L's all day today. He has been getting L's all day today. So expect him to have a whole situation. Just expect him to have a whole situation. Yeah. All right. So let's get into it, y'all. You need lipstick details. That shade looks good on you. So one is Juvia's Place and one is Fenty. So this is the lipstick that I have on. It's Juvia's Place. It's Sheba. It's the Sheba color. And this is from their chocolate collection, I believe it is. And then I have lip gloss over top of it. And this is the Fenty lip gloss. And this is the lip balm, I think. And this is Rose Amber. This is the gloss bomb, and it's Rose Amber. Thank you. The Demented Rants are going to start about 10 o'clock. Yeah, baby, he's going to be going off all night. He's going to be going, look, I got a couple of things to tell y'all. He's going to be going off all night, honey. But let's start at the beginning and work our way back. First of all, I want to start with... Baby, I was listening to an interview before I went live. The interview was on with Josh on what's the name of that? Is it Housewives? Is it Mr. Housewives or something with Mitch and his panel? And they interviewed Josh from Love and Marriage. I mean, from Bell Collective. Baby, they catching him on. They playing gotcha. Why is this thing blurred? Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Let me just turn the camera off for a second. Hold on. Because I don't know why it keeps blurring. What we got going on here with this damn camera? All right, let's try it again. I don't know why it keeps blurring. Somebody told me just lean forward. That don't seem to be working either. I don't know what's going on with this thing. You played it last night. Josh ran off the screen, baby. Okay. Thank you, Patrice. Thank you, Just Sweet. All right, looks like it's clearing up now. I don't know what I guess it was doing its own thing. It looked like it's clearing up now. Scotty played it last night. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was listening to it this morning, honey. It was a whole situation. Okay. Let me see. I'm sorry. Yeah, I apologize. Somebody just sent me something. Hold on. Okay. All right. You said where he going, baby? They say he got up and ran off of there. So now it makes me question whether he really did, whether he was telling the truth on Leticia or not. Because baby, I didn't see the whole thing, so I don't know at what point he got up and ran off of there. But baby, they showed that he was sending stuff to the bloggers and all kinds of stuff. Honey, I ain't finished it yet. I'm gonna finish it when I get off of here. But where can you watch it? I'll put the link in the chat. Give me a second. Hold on, let me go back to YouTube. It's Bro Chat, but hold on, I'll put the link in the chat. Because I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna finish listening to it. We may have to come and talk about it tomorrow, honey. It won't be today. That it won't be. Okay. There it is right there, Ravine. Oh, Xavier already put it in the chat too. Uh-oh. All right, so what up, Tracy? Hey, boo. As always, it's been an active day in the group chat. Listen, I'm probably gonna do a members only maybe tomorrow morning before I leave out. Because I was able to change my orthodontist appointment till earlier in the day, which is good. So I may do a live like in the morning when I wake up, depending on how early I wake up. But if it's worth talking about, we may come down here and talk about it. But I got some stuff to talk to y'all about. Listen, I'm a new travel agent and I'm still learning. So I feel bad when I have to make adjustments and changes. But I'm learning. Everything is a learning thing. So there may be some updates to some traveling, but I'll let you guys know. As soon as I know, I'll let y'all know. Okay? All right. With that being said, I haven't been to the orthodontist in years. Oh, yes, honey. Well, you know I wear Invisalign. Even though it's not on, I don't have them on right now, but I wear Invisalign. So, all right. Hopefully this is the last thing I'm gonna say about Chile. But basically, they have audio out there of T-Boz letting the world know that Chile voted for Trump. There's an interview that she did where they were talking about Trump, and she was like, "Well, my bandmate voted for him." So I think that ends the conversation. I think that ends the debate about what she did on purpose and what she did by accident. I think for those of us that always believed it was some bullshit and she was just on some bullshit, I think hopefully that puts all of that to rest, that she was lying. about making 1916 donations to 3 different Trump organizations. That wasn't an accident. She wasn't misled. She did not read the fine print. She knows exactly what she's doing. And again, she has every right to vote for who she wants to vote for and support who she wants to support. But we have a right to have our opinion and respond accordingly. But moving right again. One more week in Invisalign for you. Child, I've been in Invisalign so long. But again, I ain't mad because I like they don't work. So from where I started to where I am now. Yeah, Chili was absolutely lying, child. Absolutely lying. And then I saw what somebody posted and said, T-Bar suffers from sickle cell. And it says, I guess Chili doesn't know that Trump administration canceled sickle cell research grant citing DEI. And it was the same thing. Somebody posted an article about research for brain cancer being terminated under Trump. And of course, we know Nick Cannon has had a son who died from brain cancer. So again, here we go again with people voting against their own best interest. Here we go again with people voting against, here's the thing. I saw a post today and I started to engage in the conversation and be like, I disagree. But to a certain extent, I don't disagree. Somebody said Tyler Perry went down to the Atlanta airport and gave out, I think they said $250,000 worth of gift cards to the workers. Oh, they're trying to make them they're trying to make the workers get them gift cards back. Good luck with that. Anyway, and they were like, nobody's talking about that. But when Tyler Perry's in the news for something negative, it's all over the place. And I disagree. I feel like Tyler Perry got a lot of press for going down to the airport and giving out money. Remember they said that he tried to give out the money. And I told y'all I didn't even believe that, but come to find out it was true. And when he found out he couldn't give them cash, he went and got gift cards. I personally feel like Tyler Perry gets pressed when he does things, when he wants people to know. Because also remember, Tyler Perry does a lot of stuff and he doesn't tell people. He doesn't put out a press release. He doesn't want people to know when he's doing a lot of the philanthropic things. There's a lot of stuff that Tyler Perry has done that he doesn't publicize. So I don't think it's a situation where people aren't talking about the positive. I think it's a situation where the negative is getting more of the attention. More people are picking up on the negative. I don't think it's that the positive isn't being reported. And I say all that to say that takes me to politics. When things are going well, we don't talk about it when things are going well. When things get messed up is when we have a conversation, is when we want to fight, is when we want to argue, is when we want to have something to say. That is what it is. And the one thing I said going back last year when Elon Musk was gutting the government, and the one thing I said was the good thing that's coming out of this is the good thing that's coming out of what happened with Elon Musk is people are realizing how much the government does do and how many different agencies are connected to how many things that help us in our day-to-day life. That is something that I did say on yesterday. Not yesterday, last year. I say all that to say this. Fast forward. I say all that to say this. It's really easy to say, because I was listening to some people today talking about Biden didn't do this and Biden didn't do that and Kamala just wasn't ready to be president and yada yada yada. And I'm just like, y'all don't realize all the things that our government does. Was Biden perfect? No, I don't think there's anybody that's going to sit in that seat as president and be perfect, because you're talking about hundreds of millions of people he has to answer to. You're never going to make 100% of the people happy. You're just not. And so I think that I say all that to say Chili literally voting against her bandmate. Nick Cannon literally talking about how horrible the Democrats are, yet the Republicans are canceling research that could have saved your child. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't giving up. Right. How they gonna, I mean, even if they got you on camera getting a gift card, it's spent. You think people that haven't had a paycheck in 3 pay periods didn't run and spend that $1,000 as fast as they could get off work? I wish the fuck. And my thing is, what you gonna do? Fire me? Okay. Fire me. Anyway, moving right along. We'll get to more Politricks in a minute. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, moving on. All right. Give it back with a zero balance. Right, you can have the card back. Here you go. Ain't nothing on it. Okay. Shout out to South Carolina, Texas, UCLA, and UConn women's basketball for making it to the Final Four. Unfortunately, South Carolina is playing UConn, and last year they played UConn for the title, and baby, they hit a buzzsaw. And I love me some South Carolina. Y'all know I love me some Dawn Staley, and I love South Carolina basketball. But baby, she ran into a brick wall last year, and she even had to say, she said, we got our asses handed to us. Like, they lost badly. So it's gonna be a good game. It'll be on Friday night, so it'll be interesting to see. I think Texas beats UCLA. I hope South Carolina beats UConn, but we don't know. But last night was some good basketball last night. And yeah, there we go. So congratulations to them. Tiger Woods say he's stepping away from golf to seek treatment. Hey, Vinny Vin, thank you for the super chat, boo. Thank you. Mwah. You know what? I don't even watch regular basketball like that anymore. I used to be a big basketball person. I'm less of a. I think I got sick of the dynasties. Like, I got sick of it just being the same teams every year. It's like it was no competition in that, and it just Yeah, I definitely think Dawn is. Listen, that has been on her bullet. Please know that's been on her bulletin board since last year. Like, I don't even know Dawn Staley personally, but baby, that has been on her bulletin board. I promise you. That final score, that headline, that's been on her bulletin board. You know what I'm saying? Tiger Woods says the announcement came 4 days after Tiger Woods was charged with misdemeanor DUI with property damage and refusal to submit to a lawful test stemming from a rollover crash in Jupiter, Florida. He entered a plea of not guilty earlier Tuesday. Quote, I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health. This is necessary in order for me to prioritize my well-being and work towards lasting recovery. I'm committed to taking the time needed to return a healthier, stronger, and more focused place, both personally and professionally. I appreciate your understanding and support and ask for privacy for my family, loved one, and myself at this time. Woods has competed in the... Okay, whatever. Listen. As soon as they said Tiger Woods was in an accident, I thought about the pills. Because remember, Tiger Woods was addicted to pills once before. I believe when he went through his divorce with his wife, he went into treatment then. And we know that Tiger Woods has had so many surgeries. He's had a really bad back injury. He's probably, they said they found 4 opioids in his pocket when they searched him after the accident. He just had 4 pills just in his pocket. He probably has a pain addiction problem. I wasn't even thinking about alcohol. I was honestly thinking about the pain pills. Because again, we know he's had a issue with pain pills in the past. I don't understand why he won't just get a driver. Like, sir, anyway, he talking about some, they said because he fears privacy issues. Child. Before we get off of here, don't let me get off of here. Just say, I need to put it in my notes. Just say, black delegation. Y'all remind me about the black. Oh, yeah, hydrocodone. Isn't hydrocodone an opioid? Yeah. He has too much money not to have a personal driver if he's going to do all of. That's what I'm saying. I mean, we said the same thing about Karen, and Karen ain't even got. That man is a certified billionaire. Karen is a thousandaire. And we said the same thing about Karen. Girl, why didn't you just get an Uber? Why, like, a lot of us like to drive. I mean, like to drink when we go out and have a good time. And if you know you like to drink more than most, just get you an Uber. Let me tell you something. I don't want to put Treese's business out there like that. But me and Treese will Uber in a minute. If me and Treese are hanging out, y'all know Treese shade in the city. If we're hanging out, we will Uber in a minute if we know we both are going to be drinking. Because she don't live too far from me. So we have Ubered in the past and just split the Uber. And we know we both going to be drinking. Like, it's just, what's the big deal, sir? Chuck, the last big story I'm going to talk about is Kristi Noem. So when you know, as I'm starting to get to the end of the Kristi Noem story, just start saying black delegation. He's a Trump supporter. He will get off of his celebrity supporters have legal troubles. Oh, I'm not. You know what? I'm Czar. You ain't wrong. I'm not even worried about him going to jail. Please know that there's no thought in my mind that Tiger Woods is going to jail. Absolutely not. But I'm just talking about just for his own personal issue. Yeah, there's absolutely no thought that man is going to jail. Absolutely not. Oh my God. Male game changer. Damn. Now the super mayor is back. Somebody sent this to me a few weeks ago and I saw it and I was like, I'm not even going to talk about it, but let's talk about it. Y'all remember what the super mayor up there, we talked about her, Tiffany Henyard, up at in the township outside of Chicago, and how she was the subject of a federal investigation. She spent up all that money. She had the bodyguard. She was sleeping with the chief of police, allegedly. All of these things that was going on with Tiffany Henyard. Well, you know, she was voted out. She's no longer the mayor. She was voted out. And as far as I know she's still in the investigation. I mean, she hasn't been charged with anything. She hasn't been indicted, but people around her have been indicted. So it'll be interesting if they flip, you know. But now she is down in Georgia. And she's actually, hold on. I ain't write it down. She's running for a position down in Georgia. Which is interesting because what is the resident requirements in another state? No, she ain't on trial. She ain't been indicted yet. Artificial intelligence school. It's happening. An artificial intelligence school with no traditional teachers is set to open in Chicago this fall. It's called the Alpha School. Y'all sending y'all kids to the Alpha School? When he's on top, is the Asian golfer wins tournaments. When he's on the bottom, is black golfer drunk or what? I'm sorry, it went by so fast I didn't finish. Right, Mims, exactly. We know how the headlines switch up. They were so pressed for us to accept his Asian heritage when he was winning. Now they don't give a damn. I don't know, y'all. We might have to keep a track on that school. First of all, I want to know what the enrollment is, and how that's working out. And you are an asshole and you're going to hell news. There was a homeowner here in, I believe it was in Maryland. Yeah, here in Maryland. She was arrested. So I don't know. Did y'all hear the story about the woman who called ICE on the men that did her roof? She let the men do her roof. They were Guatemalan workers. They fixed her roof. She owed them $10,000. And rather than pay them the money, she called ICE on them and got them arrested. Did y'all hear that story? Well, good news. They done came and arrested her. Okay. They came and arrested her for calling ICE on the Guatemalan workers, and she has been charged with felony charges of migrant exploitation and extortion for financial gain. She need to go all the way to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. That, and then she tried to come back later, be like, I didn't do that. You absolutely did it. You absolutely did it. And I hope they put your ass under the jail. It's Maryland. Maryland's a blue state. You might have a chance of her ass actually going to jail. Under the jail. Under the jail. Marvin Sapp, and shout out to St. James, because I'm reading this straight from St. James's post. So shout out to St. James. I will give credit where credit's due. Marvin Sapp allegedly, and the people over at Chosen Vessel Cathedral in Fort Worth, Texas, are planning a baptism experience for kids 5 and up via a water slide in Jesus' name. Oh, look, St. James and fella. Hey, boo. Yeah, I saw this. I had to talk about it. So Marvin, first of all, Marvin Sapp, you have a lot of other things going on. You got the people over at your praise choir mad at you, going to the bloggers, telling all y'all's business. You newly engaged, so I mean, I don't know what's going on with them wedding plans, sir. And I'm all here for how do we get the youth? How do we get the youth? But baptism by water slide? What okay, Fit? Thanks for sharing me out, boo. Baptism by water slide, though? Can y'all imagine? Like, is he at the bottom of the water slide waiting to dunk them? Like, when they get to the bottom of the slide, then you just dunk them? Is that, like, do you... Not in Jesus' name they play, because that is fuckery. Baby, they said a water slide. Is that shit we didn't ask for? I think so, because I didn't ask for that. Y'all going to get baptized via water slide? That's just crazy to me. I mean, I thought it was crazy. Well, no, crazy ain't the word. I don't want to talk about other people's religion. But shut up. Water slide? Do they have to pay a fee? They probably do. They probably do. They probably calling it Friends and Family Day or something. They probably making them pay a fee to get in. They're going to push them down the slide. Child. Right. What if the baby get up there and change his mind? No, look at Cheryl. I was cooking. Did you just say baptism by water slide? And did. Allegedly, Marvin Wayans. I said Marvin Wayans, child. It's, you know what? Because it sounds like something that would be in a Marlon Wayans movie. Marvin Sapp. Marvin Sapp is allegedly going to have a baptism via water slide. For kids 5 and up. Now that's what they said. They said down to the Chosen Vessel Cathedral in Fort Worth, Texas. Yeah, I don't know why this thing keeps blurring up on me today. I don't know what's going on with my camera today. I don't know why it keeps blurring. Sorry about that. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that shit we did not ask for. We didn't ask for that. We did not ask for that. We did not ask for that. Okay, let's get into some of the Politricks and then we're gonna move on. We're gonna get into this. We're not gonna be, I'm not gonna be before you long tonight. I know I always say that, and then we be here for 2 hours, but I promise you. Now they said Fantasia is doing her. She said her next album is gonna be her last album, but she is not done performing. Listen, we have had this conversation before. I'm not mad at these artists if they put albums out and they're not able to make money off of these albums, and the people still want to pay to see Fantasia sing When I See Him and Truth Is and all her other, contemporary hits that she got. I'm not mad at her for saying I keep going in the studio and putting out music and don't nobody like it, nobody's buying it. I can save money on all of that, and I can just come and keep doing concerts and performing. Now, this is what I am going to say. If her next album is not a gospel album, then I believe that that's what she's going to be working on. I do not believe that Fantasia is going to leave us as far as recording. I don't mean leave this world, but as far as recording, I do not believe she's going to leave this without giving us a full gospel album. I know that she performs gospel songs when she does concerts, but does she? Did I miss it? Does she have a gospel album? Maybe I missed it. Does Fanny have a full gospel album? I don't believe that she's gonna not give us I just think that that's just who she is. That's in her spirit. Those are her roots. SWV said the same thing. They were like, people keep asking us to put out new music, and then when we put out new music, nobody buys it. Look at Boyz II Men. Look at New Edition. Look at a lot of these groups are able to make money off of the catalog they already have. And when they do put new music out, yeah, they're diehard fans buy it. I bought New Edition's was it BBD's last album, Three Stripes or New Edition, whoever it was. I'll buy it. I'm a diehard fan. I'm gonna buy when New Edition drops. But in general, they don't get the radio play and people don't support it. So I'm not mad at them for saying I'm not getting ready to go in the studio and put in all this work and do all the things that you have to do to put an album together for nobody to buy it. Not when y'all gonna keep coming to see me sing If It Is in Love and Mr. Telephone Man. Well, fuck, I'm gonna keep giving y'all If It Is in Love and Mr. Telephone Man every night. I'm not making any more money by putting out an album. It's just my ticket sales are gonna be the same. I don't think she's worried about album sales. I think it's just, well, first of all, let me say this. I don't think she's worried about albums. I'm talking about me. I don't think she's worried about album sales. Right? My opinion. I don't think she's worried about album sales. I'm just saying I don't think that she's going to be done recording until she gives us a full gospel album. That's my opinion. I don't know that to be a fact. That's my opinion. Me too, Cheryl. We're going to start traveling for concerts because I think we're just at a bad market. I think concert tickets in this area are just going to be higher. I think we need to start getting on planes and traveling because I already told y'all I could have went to Minnesota to see Cardi B, and it still would have been a flight to Minnesota and a hotel room for one night. Plus, it would still have been cheaper than the price they wanted me to pay in DC for the exact same ticket. It still would have been cheaper. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Hold on. Let me play my commercial. I'll be right back. that was perfect timing. All right. Yeah, get your black girl vitamins now. I haven't been talking about black girl vitamins in a while, but get your black girl vitamins, honey. One of the Backstreet Boys and one of the NSYNC men do shows singing covers. They said sometimes a flight to Europe and the ticket was cheaper to see. Yeah, that's why people was going all over the world to see Beyonce, because they were cheaper. No, honey, Kim, we ain't got the Boobgate yet. We're going to get to that in a few minutes. We almost there, though. I need to start traveling for concerts, too, especially for smaller artists. Here's a big artist or nothing. New artists never come here. Well, they said, oh, yeah, I didn't tell you that Pink is supposed to be, they said she's in talks to do the Sphere, which would be the first, she'll be the first person to have a residency at the Sphere. I love Pink. I think Pink has had, hasn't she had a Vegas residency before? I think. Vegas Allegiant is the best stadium. Stay at Mandalay Bay and you just walk across the street. Oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind. I want to go to the Sphere. I've seen the Sphere. I haven't been inside. The last time I was in Vegas, they were built. Was it built the last time I was there, or were they building it? I think they were building it the last time I was in Vegas. That fell through. From according to my sources, the Beyonce residency fell through. According to my sources, and I believe my sources because my sources have been right more than they've been wrong. Beyonce was supposed to do a residency in Vegas, and it fell apart. It fell apart around the time that Jay-Z was being accused of some things. That's what I was told. It fell apart. I don't know if Maryland's getting that mini Sphere or not. Child, we don't need it, but don't nobody listen to us. We don't need another Royal Farms either, but they keep building them. I don't know. You going to Vegas next month to see Jeezy? Okay. It would have been cheaper to drive to LA for Kendrick's tour than to see it in San Francisco, which is closer to me. I wouldn't like the Sphere for her anyway. The stage is too small. Yeah, I heard it wasn't going to be the Sphere. I heard it was going to be at with Celine Dion at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace. That's what I heard. But I heard it fell apart. The negotiations sort of fell apart around that time that Jay-Z was being accused of some things. That's what I heard. I haven't heard any updates on it one way or the other, though. The Mandalay Bay or the W. Okay. I'll keep that in mind because listen, that's right now. I don't desire to go to a concert. I did want to go see New Edition. I did want to see Cardi. I had tickets to Brandy and Monica. So I'm just not in a concert space right now. Because honestly, when I think about spending $300 on a concert ticket, I'd be like, that's a deposit on a cruise. That's a flight. That's, you know what I mean? That's what my mind is right now. You off work today and still late. It's all good. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Everybody, check your subscriber list. Make sure you are still subscribed to the YouTubers that you thought you were subscribed to. A lot of people have been unsubscribed from people. If you're not getting notifications, make sure you are still subscribed. Don was unsubscribed from me earlier, and y'all know he a whole mod over here. So make sure that y'all are still subscribed to the people you thought you were subscribed to. YouTube had a glitch yesterday, and I'm thinking maybe it unsubscribed a lot of people. I don't know. Now we know why, even more as to why Jay-Z went so hard in the media with that situation. Yeah. Well, we know, Jay-Z about to do his own thing. I mean, he about to make him hit him a good lick off these shows. These shows he get ready to do in New York. And then the Roots. So, and we know that the Beyonce fans are still waiting for Act 3. I'm sure she's still going to put something great together for Act 3, and I believe Act 3 is supposed to be a rock album. So I'm sure it's still going to be Beyonce level rollout. I'm sure everybody going to eat it up. I think a residency would have been a great thing for her though. So she wouldn't have to travel and people could come to her. And then she could just, doing a residency takes a lot of wear and tear off of you. Yes, you're still performing every night, but you literally have a suite. You could just get on the elevator, go upstairs. You can rent a house somewhere in an exclusive area of Vegas where you can relax when you're not performing. It takes a lot off of you, and especially when you have kids, it's a nice thing. Isn't there a court case about her stolen music? Yeah, I mean the guy didn't take the plea deal. When Tiffany lost, she filed for Georgia residency the next day, but she was still receiving a salary in Illinois. Child, that lady is a mess. Can't she do a residency anywhere though? Beyonce can do a residency from wherever she wants to. Yeah, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not interested until she has the children with her. What you mean? She always got her kids with her. What you mean? Blue was on stage with her. Yep. All right. So there's that. Shout out to Fanny. Hold on. I think we're into the Politricks. Hold on. Let me make sure I said everything before we get into the Politricks, honey. I think we're at the Politricks part of this. Okay. We are at the Politricks part of this. So I told y'all at the beginning of this live Donald Trump is going to be on Truth Social having a whole meltdown tonight. Somebody said it's going to start around 10 o'clock. Now, I don't follow Truth Social. I'm not subscribed. I don't know nothing about it. I just see the tweets when other bloggers talk about it, like the Midas Touch and stuff like that. So I'm not going to see it in real time. But, baby, he is going to cut a fool tonight. Because let me tell you, he had some L's today. The first L he got today was the Supreme Court told him, was it the Supreme Court? Hold on. I don't want to tell a lie. Hold on. I don't want to tell a lie. Was it the Supreme Court? No, let me start here. A federal judge told him that he cannot build that ballroom until it is approved by Congress. Now, the sad thing is he done already torn down he done torn the shit down already. He done already torn the shit down. But a federal judge told him that is not his house. Hello? It is the people's house. It does not belong to Donald Trump. It doesn't belong to the president. You are a temporary resident. I know he thinks he's a king and he's not going anywhere, but it does not belong to you. And the federal judge said you cannot tear it down and build whatever you want to build without going through the proper channels. And the proper channel is to go through Congress. And so a federal judge said, absolutely not. Well, we know we've been saying it. We've been saying it. Oh, wait a minute. Here's something else. Seeing Red, Bill Duke is slated to direct a biopic on Red Fox. Seeing Red. It looks like Bill Duke. Now, it looks like they got a picture of T.I. here. So I'm thinking maybe T.I. has been chosen to play Red Fox in the movie. Is that why he was doing that pseudo comedy career? Remember he was doing comedy for a while? Was he preparing for the role? Was he preparing to understand comedy and do the cadence and all of that? Interesting. It has come out that the bullet that unalived Charlie Kirk did not match the suspect's rifle. Again, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. I don't think anybody is surprised, including Donald Trump, that the bullet doesn't match. Is anybody surprised that the bullet doesn't match? I don't think anybody is surprised that the bullet doesn't match. So, child, this chair. Ooh, this chair. Another federal judge today ruled with it that Donald Trump's executive order cutting funding for PBS and NPR was unconstitutional and violated the First Amendment. Judge Randolph Moss issued a permanent injunction blocking the administration from enforcing and funding cuts, citing illegal retaliation. So as you can see, Trump is just not having a good day. Did y'all see the video of that congresswoman from Florida? She was like a heavyset white woman dancing to Lizzo on stage at the Young Republicans convention. Baby, I thought it was another Drewski skit, which further proves that Drewski was literally. If somebody knows where it is, send it to me real quick so I can show y'all. But that literally again just proves Drewski. You could just insert any Republican white woman into Drewski's skit, because I really thought that was Drewski, y'all. I really thought it was another skit. That woman looked just like Drewski. Baby, Orion is making them Lego videos of him, child. You thought it was, I thought it was Drewski too. Baby, I said, but again, that just proves the point that he never said Erica Kirk's name. Just proves the point. A hit dog gonna holler, because he never said your name, ma'am. Ma'am, he never said your name. It's the same woman who had the abortion scare. Oh, it was her. Yeah, it was her. Yep. Yep. All right, y'all, we get ready to get into this last story. Hold on.
Let's close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Close them doors, honey. Close the doors. So listen, y'all know what that means. That means that we are moving on to the time of the night where we pass the collection plate. You know, we got the free 99 side. If you want the free 99 side, all you have to do is hit that like button, share me out, subscribe if you're new here. If you are on the if you're watching this on the replay, just hype me up if you can. Hype me up. Gabby said we only got 91 likes, but we got 230 people in the room, so I know that's not accurate. I know she's not looking at that right, because that can't be right. It can't be only 91 people hit that like button. If y'all can hit that like button for me, please. Also, Don is passing the collection plate to the right. If you would like to make a monetary donation to the channel, you know you can. You can set a Cash App, a Super Chat, a Zelle, a PayPal. We are still collecting money for the Easter basket dinner. I'm still ordering dinners for all of the people. If you want to make a donation if you want to send it through PayPal or Zelle, send it to that email address, reneeinc@gmail.com. I am still ordering dinners. Again, I'm trying to have them all ordered by Friday. So when I get off of here, I'm going to be ordering dinners when I get off of here. So we've been talking about Politricks, Jay. We talked about NPR and PBS. We talked about Charlie Kirk. We talked about the ballroom. Now we're getting ready to talk about Kristi Noem. We're getting ready to get into Boobgate. Okay, we're going to get into Boobgate. Okay. Now last week, you're going to sit Cajun on the people that don't. Okay. Well, get them. Last week, Kristi Noem was fired. Or was that the week before last? Kristi Noem was fired. And everybody thought that she was fired because of the horrible... Oh, thank you. Thank you, The Informed. Thank you, Boo, for the super chat. Everybody thought that this woman was fired because of her horrible hearing in front of Congress where, you know, she really did do a horrible, horrible job, right? Everybody thought that's what happened. I personally think this is why it happened. I think they knew that this was coming down the pike. I think they had inside information and they knew that this story was going to break. And so she was fired before the story hit the news. That's what I think personally. Because, again, let's be clear. Donald Trump ain't never cared about our opinion about how his people are performing. Qualified to do the job that they're doing. Let's be clear. So I was never 100% sold that she was fired because she was doing a bad job, because all of them are doing a bad job. Have y'all looked at the numbers of from RFK, from Health and Human Services? Like, all of them were found. All of them are doing a bad job. Pete Hegseth, hello. So honestly, when I saw this today, because at first when I saw it, I said, this can't be real. I said, the site that I saw it on, I said, I need to vet this. Because is this AI? Is this, a fake news? Is this, what's the word I'm looking for? Is this a, not irony, satirical? Is this a satirical piece? Like, I thought it was fake. But baby, let's read about what's going on. Thank you for the super chat. It says there'll be a lot of catch up on the walls tonight. I hope he has plenty of Pampers. Ah! Okay, because he is going to cut up, honey. Somebody said he done already got started, So let's read what happened with Kristi Noem and her husband. Now, I'm reading this from the New York Post. This is coming from the New York Post, and the headline says, Kristi Noem weighs in on report husband lives a cross-dressing double life. The family was blindsided. Now, the date is today's date, so I'm going to just read y'all the article. Former Department of Homeland Security Chief Kristi Noem is devastated by salacious allegations her husband Byron lives a double life where he cross-dresses and chats online with fetish models. Now, first of all, I'm not shaming anyone for having a fetish or a kink. That I'm not shaming nobody, okay? Miss Noem is devastated. The family was blindsided by this, and they asked for privacy and prayers at this time. According to reporting by the Daily Mail, Byron Noem chatted up women from the so-called bimbofication fetish scene. Bimbofication? In which adult performers augment their breasts with massive amounts of saline to achieve a Barbie doll-like appearance. There really is a fetish for everything. There really is a fetish for everything. Okay. All right. Let me keep going. Let's keep reading. Citing hundreds of messages purportedly sent by 3 women from the scene, Noem's husband enthusiastically praised their heavily augmented appearance and proclaimed he coveted huge, ridiculous boobs, according to the Mail. Wow. One photo of the Mail claims Byron Noem shared with the woman features him wearing hot pink pants and a flesh-colored skin-tight suit. Y'all have seen that picture with him with the boobs, with the big boobs on. He appears to have put balloons in his shirt to mimic comically oversized, lopsided breasts, complete with fake protruding nipples. I'm going to show y'all the picture in a minute. Let me see what y'all saying in this chat. Oh, this is funny. I don't care what nobody say. It's funny. She puts the lotion in the basket. Ooh. Now he don't need prayer. He need to fix his nipples. Tracy! Oh, boy. Let's keep reading, honey. Let's keep reading. Hold on. Let me scroll up. Oh, okay. His face is fully visible in several of the photos, one with a completely straight visage and another making a flirtatious kissy face with pursed lips. Byron, who made his fortune in the insurance industry, allegedly sent women he met in the online fetish community some $25,000 via Cash App and PayPal as he admired their over-the-top bust sizes and amazing curves. Byron, who made his... I just read that. He traded selfies with one woman he pledged to worship as a goddess, telling her, you turn me into a girl, before asking if he should put on leggings. One of the models claims she once butt dialed Jason and heard a voicemail greeting saying, Noem Insurance, leave a message. When she Googled him, she found pictures of Byron and his wife, according to the Daily Mail. When she confronted him about it, he reportedly told her that he didn't care. Okay, so first of all, he clearly don't care if he's calling you from his real number. He clearly doesn't care if he's calling you from a number that is connected to his real business. Even if he wasn't married to Kristi Noem, why are you calling from a number that's connected to your real business? Of course his wife knows. Of course she knows. Of course she knows. The Post has not confirmed the details reported by the Mail. The outlet spoke to national security experts who surmised her husband's alleged proclivities could have left the former DHS secretary, who was fired last month, vulnerable to potential blackmail. That's why she was fired. The Noems have 3 children, a daughter, Cassidy, 31, Kennedy, 29, and son, Booker, 23. Cassidy and Kennedy both have children of their own, so you a whole granddaddy out here. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to share my screen so y'all can see the picture in case y'all haven't seen it. Hold on. That's the picture. I know most of y'all have seen it, but in case y'all haven't seen it, that's the picture, honey. That's the picture. Right, because she allegedly was having her own affair with Corey Lewandowski. So, I mean, clearly they were all doing their own thing, child. Let me finish reading this article. It's almost done. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me share the rest of the pictures. Hold on. Let me share the rest of these pictures. So there's the other picture of him pouting, making the kissy, whatever that is. Y'all see him? Child. Y'all see this? That's with the hot pants on. And that's the one child. And that's the, honey. Now there he is with his wife dressed up like Uncle Sam. In a 2022 interview with Alasian, Kristi Noem said, "We are such a transparent family," over their willingness to put their family life out there, adding, "They're an open book." Well, I guess y'all are. However, the big question has swirled about the state of the Noem's marriage in recent years, primarily concerning the ousted chief's relationship with Corey Lewandowski. Lewandowski, who is also married, has been by Noem's side at high-profile events, even sitting side by side across from the Guyanese president during a meeting in South America earlier this month. Those cozy appearances came just weeks after she was grilled over the alleged affair in a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing in which she dodged questions as Byron sat directly behind her. Child, because he ain't care. He was trying to get back to his phone. Child, that's their wedding picture. Hold on. Let me show y'all their wedding picture, child. That's Kristi Noem. Hold on. Let me share this. Right. But they're the party of family values, honey. Child, look at Kristi Noem. Before all the Botox and stuff. Let me scroll back to the top. Let me see if I can find a. There's another picture of her. Let me scroll back to the top. See if there's a picture at the top of her. That's her now. Child. Honey. What about the kids? I mean, I guess he said fuck them kids. I don't know. I mean, he said he told the lady he didn't care. And clearly he didn't care. But he's calling these people from his real phone number where they can call back and get a voicemail where he says, Noem Insurance Agency. He clearly don't care. Now, I don't know if he thought that, his wife was above it all and they'd be able to, take out anybody threatening to blackmail them or anything. Like, I'm not sure. But he clearly don't care. Yeah, the kids are grown, but he got grandkids. But again, clearly he said, fuck them kids. Did they get married on the farm? Child, I don't know. They tacky as hell at that wedding photo, child. They thought they was doing it, honey. They thought they was looking good. Not they teach this in Bible study, child. I know people, right? People use masks. Like he clearly, that's why, I mean, I know that's allegedly that he said that, but I can believe that he said it because he act like he don't care. Something that's basic as getting a burner phone. That's basic 101. You go to the 7-Eleven and get a burner phone. It's not the FBI. It's not like they're going to trace your phone. It's just some women on a website. It ain't that deep. But you can go get you a burner phone and not set it up. You don't even have to have a voicemail or nothing. A mess. Anyway, honey. Baby, that's what we got. Now, I do want to share something with y'all, and this is all jokes. I fell on this Threads last night, and it is on Threads. I'm going to tell y'all who the creator is that posted the original message, and I'm just going to read y'all some of these messages that I was reading through, honey. When I tell you this thing had me giggling in my bed last night reading these and just reading through these. So, I'm going to read. So the if you are on Threads or on Instagram, well, I saw this on Threads, and she might be on Twitter too. But I'm gonna tell you, it's the pretty girl's guide. The pretty girl's guide. Okay, and it's just one long word. The pretty girl's guide is one long word on Threads. This is where I found it on Threads. I'm just going to read y'all, baby, when I tell you, and I started screenshotting because I was like, I got to read this to them tomorrow. I'm just going to read y'all some of these messages. It's hilarious. So let me start at the beginning. This is how the thread starts. And it's pinned, so she has the thread pinned. It's pinned. It says, after careful consideration, a secondary meeting of state representatives. Oh, wait a minute, no. After an emergency meeting, the Black delegation is immediately looking to do a trade of Nick Cannon, Chili, Usher, and will proactively throw in Cam Newton to any delegation open to receiving them. Honestly, we're not even really looking for anything in return. However, we are open to reasonable offers. Management. Baby, and it goes off the rails from there. So here it is. After careful consideration, this is her again. After careful consideration, a secondary meeting of state representatives from the Black delegation, hours of stress, additions to the list, and a record-breaking, underwhelming interest in our trades offer from literally any other delegation, we have decided to release all aforementioned persons into the agency. We can no longer endanger our cross-delegation relationships due to this trade and must cut our losses. Let me keep reading. Okay. So next it says, we, the New York City delegation, agree and would love to throw in 50 Cent. His loose change ass has done enough. Baby, not his loose change ass has done enough. The Hispanic delegation from New York, unfortunately, has to turn down the offer. We too bar had a rough year. I think that meant say we too had a rough year anyway. But to honor our long friendship, we bring the delegation free drinks with as the talks continue. What? So then she responds, while disappointed, we understand. We appreciate you and we stand in solidarity. So then it says, ma'am, on behalf of the white delegation, we have more than enough of our own problems. Have you seen how bad it is out there in these alabaster male sapien streets? It was the alabaster male sapien streets for me. So then someone says, at this point, it's probably best they start their own delegation, something like Neglectors United. The Black delegation from Texas would like to remind you about Nelly. We are keeping Ashanti and the baby, though. Y'all, when I tell you, I was dying reading this last night. The white delegation of Brooklyn would like to borrow some dump trucks to haul Kid Rock, Morgan Wallen, and Scott Baio to an undisclosed location. She responds, approved. You didn't get that from us, though. And they have gifts in there, too. So they got the gift of Snoop. When she said approved, you didn't get that from us, though. She's got the gift of Snoop from Baby Boy. So then somebody says, the Black delegation for... Oh, wait a minute. I just read that one. Hold on. Please excuse my lateness, but the Black delegation Baltimore chapter would like to offer someone from our city, Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant. He's not MAGA, but he's gone rogue. Also, we politely request the notes from the meeting pertaining to Usher Raymond. Thank you. Hold on. Damn it. This stupid camera. I don't know why it keeps blurring up today. The Virginia delegation would throw in a Smithfield ham to close the deal. The Virginia delegation. Okay, I just read that. Okay. Y'all are all brilliant. I have the best time. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. I was screenshotting, so hold on. It says the Black delegation would like to trade Nicki Minaj for a pack of now-laters and a bag of sunflower seeds. Gen X Pretty Girl Alliance Atlanta chapter concurs to the second emotion, yet pointedly requests adding the addendum of absolutely no takesies backsies. Not no takesies backsies. And they literally spelled it. No takesies backsies. She responded, we'll be adding that in the fine print. Whew. So then somebody wrote, they can give us Sue. Did y'all see this clip from the No Kings march where the guy walked up to this white lady and asked her about the Black people not being at the march? And she said, the Black people can stay where they are. This is on us. They need to stay where they are. It's not safe out here for them. We got this. We'll march for them. They stay. Let them stay in the house. So somebody said, we'll take Sue. All right. The Black delegation of Me and Mines would like to remind the board that Shannon Sharp should be included in this trade and ask for nothing in return. I said, damn, Shannon Sharp catches strays. As a white person, I got to be honest with y'all and admit, I genuinely thought Nick was always ours based on his lack of record sales. Now, I don't know what record sales has to do with them, with Nick belonging to y'all, but the fact that you were like, I thought Nick was already with the white delegation. My bad. I didn't know. I didn't know that Nick wasn't already a part of us. Okay? Right, Shannon is like, how I get in it? So then it says, as a Denver representative of the white delegation, we would like permission to split off into two separate delegations, one with white people and the other with those white people. Those white people will be forced to accept any assigned people you'd like to send over. We will give you Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins as an incentive to agree to these terms. So then she responded, this motion will have to be reviewed by all delegations and the oversight committee. It's not my place to speak on it, but I would accept a pushback. The Black delegation of Cleveland, Ohio would like to add Charleston White and Corey Holcomb to the list. We have received too many grievances and we no longer can continue to take on this liability. So then she responded, Corey's at the top of the list. Somebody said, I already traded Nicki Minaj for Bud from Married with Children and Jared Leto. I hope you do better in your trades. Not Bud from Married with Children. Oh, God. Somebody wrote, I would trade all of them for a box of Always Overnight period panties and a bag of Reese's cups. What? Oh, God. Sorry, we're late. Had to adjust our wig. We, the Maryland delegation, agreed to the above trade while also adding the amendment of 50 cents. We would like to add a bushel of crabs to further the negotiations. Somebody wrote, so the person who owns the thread said, my great home state, always willing to go the extra mile to get things done. And then they wrote, but crabs? Our crabs? This is a thread on threads. Y'all know what threads is? This is a thread on threads. The person who originated the thread, she has it pinned. If you go to her, as of yesterday, it was pinned. If you go to her thread, I'll put her name in the chat again. But it's, what does that say? It was Pretty Girl. I'll go to her. I'll put it in the chat again. All right. So somebody wrote, after reviewing your emergency proposal, the Latino delegation LA chapter felt inspired to match that same bold strategy. The Latino delegation is officially placing Ted Cruz on the table, along with a mystery box of questionable male Latino voters, Mario Lopez and Marco Rubio. And because we respect the spirit of your no real return needed offer, we'll also include Yolanda Salvador as a legacy throw-in. Baby, when they said Yolanda Salvador, I need y'all to know I was dying last night reading these. And I need y'all to understand, these are not everything. I screenshotted the ones that I thought were this is not the whole thread. And I don't know what anybody added today. So then somebody said, quit asking about De Niro. Robert De Niro is grandfathered in because he has black children. Clause 1.6, section 1. Any person of European descent who has black children with a black person, regardless of country or origin, shall herewith be grandfathered into the black delegation to protect children from white exploitation. If European purposefully disrespects black culture, he or she will be traded back to the white delegation. Children will be kept by black delegation. Is in there in black and white. Y'all. So then somebody wrote, the DC delegation would like to remind all parties that Clarence Thomas is always on the table. And as an ex-member of the South chapter, I've been given authority to also offer up Tim Scott in exchange for a bag of wrap snacks. Baby, they said a bag of wrap snacks. Excuse me. Excuse me, that went down the wrong way. So then somebody wrote, oh, cis white woman here. Just leave them to us. Our delegation is so jacked up at this point. What's a few more morons? All other delegations deserve a break. Plus, I want the barbecue and the sides. The Black Texas delegation would like to submit Greg Abbott with a no trade clause and no wheelchair. Baby, they said no wheelchair. The Black delegation of the Mid-Atlantic region, DMV chapter, will be willing to throw in some carry-out wings with fries and mumbo sauce and a bushel of blue crabs to sweeten the deal, just to get them out of here, please. The Black delegation from the state of Memphis. And it says in parentheses, no, we're not a part of Tennessee. I don't know. We agree with those being traded and accept the amendments that include Whitlock and Brian McKnight. But we do seek proper recompense. We would like from any delegation who accepts the trade, cow milk from our cereal, syrup for our waffles. I don't know. But the Jason Whitlock, Brian McKnight part was funny to me. As a founding member of the BBB, Brown Business Board, we would also like to record the record to reflect that the only Erica Kirk we accept is Drewski. The Black delegation in Chicago agrees with the board. We would only request a jar full of dust for remembrance and storytelling purposes. I'm almost done, y'all. But when I tell y'all, it went on and on and on. I was reading this forever. On behalf of the white delegation, our standing among the other delegations are already more precarious than a rubber cane in the Listen to this. Than a rubber cane in the polio ward we're about to have to reopen over the anti-vaxxers. In addition, we would like to announce that Jenny McCarthy is up for grabs. We require nothing in trade. It will include a 1997 F-150 XLT because it's taking up space in my backyard. It needs an alignment and at least one tire. I apologize for. Okay, so her name is the Pretty Girl's Guide, and she has a certified check on Threads. So the pretty is just one word: PRETTYGIRL. Let me see, with a S, GUIDE. That's her name on Threads, and she has it pinned. So y'all should be able to go at the top and just scroll down. It says, I apologize for my tardiness on this offer. However, the delegation has decided to call off all trades and instead release those in question to free agency. However, I would like to mention perhaps your delegation should call a follow-up meeting as we were approached with an offer of Erica Kirk and the Black delegation found that it would be less than savory. The Black delegation agrees and would like to throw in Snoop. As part of the mayonnaise missionary, we regret to decline this offer due to the unfortunate circumstances that our overwhelming number of undesirable individuals. Y'all, that's where I stop. I don't even know what was added today. I haven't been back over there today. But baby, when I tell you, if y'all are on Threads, please just start at the beginning and read. And some of them I read, but I did not read everything. I did not screenshot everything. I just screenshot the ones that I thought were like the funniest. But baby, all of it was entertaining as hell. It was all entertaining. Baby, that thing was good to me last night. When I say I was getting me a good chuckle in my bed. A good chuckle. Okay. With that being said, y'all, I'm getting out of here. Y'all know I've been live all day. This is my 4th time live today. For those that didn't catch it, I did Love and Marriage Huntsville, I did Bell Collective, and I did Ladies of London, the first 3 episodes 1 through 3. So y'all get over there and y'all check it out. I'm trying to get caught up. I know I still have to get caught up on Beverly Hills, and I have to do the next 2 episodes of Ladies of London. And I need to get caught up on Beverly Hills. So I'm working on that this week. With that being said, let me get out of here and I will talk to y'all later. Mwah! Peace. Oh, don't forget to get your ticket. Listen, we are still selling tickets for the July 18th event. I know I haven't mentioned it in a couple of days. I honestly have just been forgetting to mention it, but we're not sold out yet. I'm going to keep talking about it until the event is sold out. We ain't even close to being sold out. So if you are in the DC DMV area, please come and spend the afternoon with us on July the 18th. I know that that's a lot far in the future. Some of y'all are like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing on July the 18th. I can dig it. But the early bird tickets They're on sale until April the 15th for general admission. Those tickets are $80. The VIP tickets are $110. That guarantees you a seat at the table. Your ticket includes a book from the author, a session with the author, something with the author, and food and refreshments. Okay. And just a good time with like-minded individuals. So you can use all of the things you can use your Klarna, your Affirm, you can use all of those things to purchase your ticket if you need to. But I look forward to seeing you guys there if you are in the DC area. And if you're coming from out of town, there is a hotel that is literally in walking distance of where the venue is for this event. And the prices are reasonable. I think they were like $120 for the night. The prices are very reasonable. So if you're interested in coming, I look forward to seeing all of you guys if you're there. All of you guys if you're there. With that being said, y'all, I'm going to get out of here and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.